Okay. So, Dante, today we are going to do cello, but we're first going to start off with getting your hands ready so that you can hold the bow. So, what I want you to do is put your hand out like such, and now you're going to take and you're going to just flip it. Let your fingers fall in. Okay. So, we'll do that again a couple of times and let your fingers fall in. Okay. Okay, so what that's going to do is it's going to create a little basket. You're going to hold it with, you're going to hold the bow with your right hand. You're going to have a basket. So what's going to happen is I'll do this to you, but I'm going to show you what happened. So I take it, I flip it, and then I'm going to put the bow in the basket. Okay, that is going to be how you're going to hold the bow, and then you're essentially going to just take and flip, and bam, your fingers are going to be ready to go. Again, take your hand, flop it over, let the fingers drop, and you're going to put the bow in the basket. Okay, and then flip it over. So now, what we have here is this is known as the frog. Your thumb is going to go right in here, right above that metal piece. If it touches a little bit of the hair, it's fine, because the back side of your finger doesn't have all the oil, it's the bottom side. Okay, so go ahead, take your hand, create the basket. Okay. And we're going to take the bow, and we're going to put it right in the basket. Okay. I'm just going to go like such. Right up there. Yep, now go ahead and flip it over. Okay. Okay, now relax these fingers. You don't have to have them extremely tensed. Okay. Yep, you can try it again if it feels a little off. Because you don't want your thumb like completely straight, bent like a hitcher's thumb. You want to have it bent in a little bit, because otherwise what's going to happen is it's going to like tense up too much. And when you go to play, it's going to hurt after like 30 seconds of playing. I had that issue myself. Feels pretty good. Does it look all right? Yep, looks good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is so we'll go ahead and we're going to put this back up. Now we're going to do a little race to like hold it. So what you're going to do, it's not really a race, but how you want to do it is you're going to let the bow come down, and then you're going to bring it back up. However, all you can use is the fingertips and your thumb with the one hand. So you're just going to scooch it up like such. Okay, by doing this, this is going to help control of the bow and how your fingers are going to end up holding it. Because how you're scooching is how you're going to fold. So by the time you get back down to the end, your fingers are going to be back in position on how you want to do it. So take the bow and do exactly what I just did, how you're going to walk your fingers up it with just the one hand. Yep, don't let it drop. You want to make sure you walk it. And then once you get up to the top, you're going to reverse it, and you're going to come back down only using the fingertips. The thumb is what is going to be pretty much your move point. Oh, you're okay. You're just going to walk it back to when you get back up to the frog. Am I going anywhere? No, you're going somewhere. Not very fast, but you're going somewhere. You are making it. Yep. Almost there. Yep. Now you take, flip it over like you're going to play. Once you get down to the frog. Yep. Okay. In fact, you can actually come down a little bit more. Okay. Another thing that we can do is what we call the pinky push-up. So you're going to put your thumb here, and you're going to have your pinky here. Okay? And all you're going to do, this is going to help control the bow. Excuse me. You're going to take, and you're just going to push with it. And you should be able to take and put the bow up and down with just the pinky. Because what's going to happen is when you're playing and you're doing the forward or up bow, is you're going to want the pressure on your pointer finger, and then when you come back, it's going to be on the pinky. So this way the weight will stay distributed through the bow the whole entire time, and you'll have one consistent tone. So go ahead and try some pinky push-up. Okay. Just like so. Yep, you're going to hold it like normal, and then you can lift these ones and go up and down with just the pinky. Because right now what we're working on is just the bow hold. And then in a little bit we will add in the cello itself.
All right. I think that's.
Yep.
Feels a little weird coming down, but.
Yep, and that's just what it's doing is, like I said, it's just going to get the control of the pinky and your thumb, because those are essentially the main two that work together. Like out of all the fingers, it's the thumb, the pinky, and the pointer are what do the most work. The middle two help guide, is what essentially their job is.
Okay.
The other three fingers is that's the drive of it.
Okay.
Okay, so then we're going to take and we're going to put just the bow to the side for right now. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the cello. Whoops. Okay, so now you can see you have this little peg right here. So you're going to do is you're going to unscrew it, and this will come out, and this is going to adjust the height. Okay, each person is going to have their stand or stick at a different length. Right now we're just going to start here to see how that works for you.
Okay.
And so how you want to sit is you're going to sit flat-footed. Your left leg is going to be out just a little bit.
Okay.
Because what's going to happen is when you go to sit down, it's going to rest on that leg, and your right leg will be out a little bit. But you want to make sure that it's completely flat. Okay, we're going to go, when we put it in there, this peg right here wants to be even with your ear, give or take a little bit. Because what that's going to do is it's going to help you when it comes to going to play. You're going to have enough room to where you can hug it. It'll be easier to play it.
Okay.
So go ahead and I'll give you this, get it positioned.
Okay.
Yep, so it's going to be just tucked in just like that.
Okay.
You don't want it like resting on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That looks actually like it's a pretty good height.
Okay.
Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take and hug the instrument like you love it. Just give it a little hug. Now,
like so?
You don't want this hand, just use your arms.
Okay.
Okay, now take and try to rock back and forth to see if it's going to stay. So you can bring this one out.
Okay.
It's going to feel like it's unsafe, but this is going to help with stability and making sure that it's positioned right. You should be able to do a slight rock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So now what you're going to do is make a fist.
Okay.
You're going to put it on the fingerboard and just do a knock up and down.
Okay.
A light knock.
Okay.
Okay, so now what that's going to do is if you keep that knuckle, this is so awkward because I'm not doing it myself. So you're going to have your fist. Now if you just slowly bring your fingers out, they're going to be right in position on the lens. And your thumb is going to go in the middle part on the back. You don't want your thumb showing. Your thumb is like playing hide and go seek pretty much.
All right.
Okay?
All right. So, like, something like that.
Yep. And so what it is your main playing time is going to be like such. So this gap right here is going to be a whole step. The one right here is a half into a whole again.
Okay.
So when we go to like write it in, when I show you the scale that we're going to do today, you're going to see a 1, 3, 4. And so that's what it's essentially showing is the 1, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. So, excuse me. So what we have, let me move my backpack. Okay, we're doing good. So what we have here is we're gonna work on the D major scale. Okay. So the two chords or the two strings that we're gonna worry about today are this one,
Okay.
and then the A.
All right.
Okay. I've already taken and tuned it for you, so you're good to go. But essentially, I'm just going to show you like where the tuning parts are. These are the tuning pegs up here, which are going to do big leaps if it's extremely off.
Okay.
Those you're not going to mess with as much, especially on this one, because down here we have our fine tuning pegs. And so those are, if it's off by a little bit, you just turn that and it'll get it back in line. Because once you turn those, it's a big jump. And that just fine tuner. Very self-explanatory. I got you. Okay? So So we're going to worry about the D scale. So if you go ahead and you pluck this one, so go pluck that one, that's going to be the D and the A. Just kind of pluck them with your finger. Keep making sure you keep your thumb right here. So this way you kind of get that feeling.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to try and do the D to the E. So you can use this D1. Okay, so now this is where you're going to want to use this hand to pluck.
Okay.
Because this one you're going to position and you're just going to keep doing trial and error to where you get a complete step up to get the E. Yep, so you can always start here and just do like a glissando up to where you can hear that whole tone. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to do exercise now that we found the E. What I want you to do is I just want you to repeatedly pluck D to E so that you can make sure you get it in your finger, you have muscle memory of where it is. Okay, you can watch it for first a little bit, but then you want to like focus on, just look at this music. Don't worry about it right now, but just kind of look at it. So this way you get the muscle memory of this is where the finger needs to go. Nope, on the D. Yep. There we go. Okay. Now what I want you to do is you're going to pluck a D and you're going to take the hand completely away from it. Okay. Completely away from the cello. And then pluck the D. Put the finger back where you think it is. Pluck it and see if it's an E. So this way what it is, because when you go to play, your fingers are not always going to be right there. You're going to be able to, you're going to be jumping strings. You could go from here up to here. I mean, it will happen every now and then. Okay. So, like I said, you just want to pluck the D, hand away, put it back on for an E, pluck it and see if you have the E. All right. Okay, so go ahead and do a D. Oh, wrong string.
You get the wrong string.
Okay. Okay, so now that we have the D and the E, we're going to take that same concept and we're going to go to the A string. Okay. Just so that you can hear that little gap. Okay, so now pluck the A. Okay, so you have this pitch of the A now. And now we're going to get the B. So we're going to do the same concept but on the A string. So now we're going to go ahead and do the glissando again up. So you can hear till the B. Okay, now do the exact same thing that we did on the D string, but on the A. So the finger again. There we go. Okay. So now we have that. Now I want you to take those 4 notes, and you're going to bounce between the strings and do that just for a little bit. So this way you get, not only do you get the bouncing of the strings, but you have to be able to know where they are on the string. So this way you can get the different pitch. You can do them in any order, but I just want you to bounce between those 4 notes. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to work on the first 4 notes of the scale. Okay, just to worry about those. So this way we have just the 1 chord that we're going to work on, or the 1 string, I should say, and then we'll worry about the other string, and then we're going to finally come to and put it together. Okay, so go ahead and do what we call open, which would be just the D, and then you're going to do 1 to get the E. Okay, so go ahead. You have already done these ones. So D, E. Oh, actually, there you go. Okay. Now, what is the key signature for D major?
F sharp is C sharp.
Okay. So now we have the D, the E. So now we got to get the F sharp. So for that, you're going to do 1 and 3. Remember how when I showed you, you have your 1, then your 3, and then what would be 4. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I want you to take and you're going to find the D, E, and then try to find just the F.
Okay.
And then we'll get to the F sharp. So go D, E, F. So you're gonna have the whole steps. Nope. To get the F, you're going to use just 2. You're going to use just finger 2. So, yep. Nope. You're going to leave 1 down, and you're going to add second finger to get F.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to add the third, which is going to go right next to the 2, and that's going to get you your F sharp. You hear the difference between the F and the F sharp? Okay, so now I want you to take and go D, E, F sharp. So open, 1, 3. Okay, and as you add fingers, you want to make sure you keep the other fingers down.
Okay.
Because what that's going to do is it's going to help with intonation and keeping the actual pitch. Okay, so go ahead and just do the D, E, F sharp a couple of times. Okay, and remember how you feel how the gap is between 1 and the second finger?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have that gap, but this time it's going to be between the third and the fourth finger. So go ahead and find the G.
With the fourth finger?
Yep, with the fourth finger.
Okay.
Okay, now I want you to take and do those 4 notes, the D, E, F sharp, G.
Excuse my stomach.
It's all good.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to do that same concept, but we're going to move to the A string.
All right.
So this way we have the A, B, C, and the D. C sharp, sorry. Might help if I said the right notes.
All right.
Yep, go ahead and do that a couple of times. Okay, so now what we're going to do is now we have the first part of the scale and we have the second part of the scale together. And we're just plucking it. Okay, so I just want to get the scale down first, then we're going to add in the bow and we're going to bow the scale. Because what it is it's easier if you take and do just one concept at a time, do like the fingering, plucking, and then add the bowing. Because once you add the bow, that's like a whole nother concept. So that's why I'm having you just pluck it for right now.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and do the plucking. We're going to try and do the whole entire scale starting on the D string.
Okay.
Make sure you do open first. Open. Okay. 1, 3, 4. Now move to the A string. Yep. 1, 3, 4. Now bring it back down. Okay, let's try that one more time. Make sure you start on the D string. Okay?
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bow and we're going to add the bow into it.
Okay.
But I'm going to get you to just bounce between all the strings first, so don't worry about any fingers. We're just going to hold it, and so this way you get the feeling of what it's like to just bounce strings. Because in the middle of it, you're going to have to bounce between... Which string is this?
This G string.
No.
D.
D string, yep.
Right.
And then this one would be
A.
Yep. So these are the two that you're going to have to bounce between, kind of like we already did.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to get you used to bouncing between all of them. Because if you don't have the right angle, I'm just going to borrow this real quick from you.
Sure.
If you don't have the right angle, you're going to get the... Which is where you're bouncing and you're vibrating to the chords. So what we're going to do... See how I'm getting all the individual chords? Because we don't want... That's not something we want. Okay, so go ahead and hold that.
Okay. All right.
We're going to take
See. Yeah.
Yep, you can go ahead, make the basket.
Okay.
We're going to insert that in.
Okay.
Okay, now you're going to take and you're going to flip it.
Okay.
Now you're going to take and you're going to, I just want you bouncing between the strings, kind of like I just showed you.
Okay.
But you're going to, now where you want to play, so you have the fingerboard here.
Mm-hmm.
This is known as the bridge. You want to
Okay.
play in between. And as you're going to see, I already have kind of some rosin on there.
Okay.
And when you bow, is you want to take, don't do it at an angle either way. You want to be straight. You want to be perpendicular with it.
All right.
Okay? Let's go ahead and do that.
Easier.
Yep, exactly.
All right.
Okay, so now that we have that down, so now we have that down, we're gonna do that again, but I want you just bowing on the D string. I just want you going back and forth using the whole bow. Nope, just the D string. Perfect, you're natural at this. Totally natural. You should do this for a living. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start that scale again.
Okay.
So go ahead and you already have the D, so find the E. Make sure you're in between, or right here. Yep.
Thank you.
Nope. Yep, just there you go. Okay, now I want you to bounce between the D and the E on that string with the bow. And the lighter you are with the bow, the quieter it's going to be, as you noticed. Just don't want to push too hard because that's when you're going to cross string. Okay, now go ahead and do the first 4 notes.
Okay. Should I be bowing on each note? Up.
Yep.
Up on.
Yep. So each
one.
note is going to be a different bow. So you're going to go up on D, down on E, and just alternating.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, you're creeping up. So make sure you stay in between. There you go. Okay, now you're going to cross string. So go ahead and give it just a little angle. So you're playing just on the A string, and now you're going to do the same thing. And back down. Okay, easy way to kind of keep memory where you want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
This little arch here, this is where you're going to want to make sure the bow stays.
Okay.
Is right in here.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a little tempo, and then each click on my thumb will be a new note.
Okay.
Okay? And then we got this. That will conclude our lesson.
All right.
1, 2, ready, and D, E, F, G, A, B, One more time. I'll go a little bit slower. That seems a little fast, okay?
All right.
So 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Awesome. So now what we can do is I will go ahead and take this, and that will conclude the the lesson.